Hello guys, I welcome you back to my channel. It's your girl partner. So it's a beautiful day and I am super excited. I just hit 500 subscribers, like 500 amazing people. Thank you so much guys. Thank you a million. I can't stop thanking you guys enough. Thank you so much for your support, for always stopping by. I appreciate you guys a lot. And if you're new here, you're welcome, okay? And please be a part of this family, and remember to also turn your bell notification bells on, okay, so that you get notified every time I upload my weekly videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays 5 p.m. for the moment. Yeah, so today's tutorial is going to be an interesting one. I'm super excited, and oh my god, I'm so grateful guys. Like, I am so grateful because it was just like yesterday 50, today 500, and it can only get better. Thank you again. So like I said, today's tutorial is going to be interesting, very simple, very stylish. Yes, it's the beautiful kaftan dress with a collar and a placket as well. Without wasting much of your time, let's just get to it. So here I have this fabric. This is a chiffon fabric. This is 2 yards here, and I folded it into 4 already. Along the 2 yards length, I folded it into 2, then folded it again. So I have it into 4. So I'm just going to get a baseline, a startup line to work with, because I have some shortages in the fold here. So I'll just mark a straight line. So this is going to be my startup line, okay? So at this edge, so coming down here, I will take my shoulder slope. At this edge here, I'll come down by 1 inch and get my slope. Then from this point, I'll mark 3 inches. So I'll just connect it here to get my slope. Okay. So here I'm going to fix in my neck width of 3 inches. Then for the back neckline, I'll be using 1 inch. While for the front, I'll be using 3 inch. Remember, it's going to be a collar. So for the back neckline, and for the front neckline, okay? Yeah. So at this point here, I'm going to get my sleeve opening, and I want it to be, say 11 inches. Okay. So I'm going to be fixing in my hip measurement all the way, okay, because it's meant to be free. So I'll just use my hip measurement all through. So I'll come down here and mark my hip measurement, which is 44. If I add 44 divided by 4 is 11. If I mark 11 inches, then I add extra hemming allowance plus ease. Okay, 1 inch for hemming, 2 inches for ease. Totally depends on what you want. So I'll be adding extra 3 inches. You know, so at every point I'll mark. So I have here 14 inches. So I'm going to be marking 14 inches all the way. I'm going to mark it 14 inches all the way. So here that I have my sleeve opening, you can see I'm just going to form a curve at this point. Can you see this? It's as easy as that. So I'm just forming a curve at this point. So I'll take my 14 inches all the way. So because I want the lower part to be, wider, okay, I'll just add an extra 2 inches at the lower part. So I'll just move this upward. I'll come down to the lower part. Remember, I'll be marking 14 inches. So I'll still mark my 14 inches here. Then plus an extra, say, 2 inches of allowance. It's optional, just to make it, for easy movement. So you can just maintain the 14 inches since we added an extra allowance. But I just choose to add an extra 2 inches allowance just at the lower part. So I'm going to take it from, say, the hip point, either from the hip point or the waist point, anywhere you want, and connect it straight down. So I'll just come here now and take note of, say, my hip line, which is at 24 here. I'll take note of that. So from this hip line now, I'm going to connect it straight down there. I hope you can see this. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So you can see this, you can see the shape all the way. So here I'll go ahead and cut out the neck. So I'll take off the back piece so I can cut out the front neckline. So here it is. You can see this for the front and for the back. So like I said, it's going to have a collar, and unfortunately I don't have enough of this leftover fabric, which I would have loved to use for that. So I'll be using a different fabric. I'll be using this African print fabric. I'll be using it for the collar, and also be putting a placket as well. Okay, both for the collar and for the placket. So since the back piece is going to also, of course, have a collar, right? So I need to create a slit at the back. So at this back piece, I'm going to come down by 6 inches. I'll come down by 6 inches. Then I'll create a slit. So here it is. So this for the back piece, and here for the front piece. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to join this piece together at the shoulder. Okay, so once I'm done joining the piece at the shoulder, then we'll be able to fix the collar. Okay, and also for this sleeve part, I'm also going to be putting in a band at the sleeve part as well. So I'll also be using the fabric. I'll be using the African print fabric for the sleeve, um, for a placket here, and also for the collar. So here I'm done joining the shoulders together. So you can see this, the shoulder has been joined. Then the back slit as well, also closed it up with a bias. And if you see here, I fixed a loop here. So I'll be attaching a little button here. So but I made sure that the loop was fixed ½ inch away from the neckline, okay, because of the collar that is going to be sewn in here. So I had to go down ½ inch before fixing the loop, right? So here it is. This neckline is ready. So what I will do is just to take my tape and measure it all the way from this back, from one end of the back to the other end. So if I take my tape this way, going round to the other neck part. So what I have is 18. So please feel free to go over it again just to be very, very sure you have the exact measurement. So I have here So what I have here is 18. Okay, so 18 is what I'm working with. So here I have this little piece I'll be using. I'm going to have exactly 4 pieces actually. So I'm just using this one piece to cut this off. So for this one, I have it folded, unfold along the vertical, not the horizontal, this way. So now remember, the neck is going to start from the center of the front. One piece of the collar will go from the center of the front all the way to one end of the back. Then another collar will start from this same center and go around to the other end of the back. Okay, so which means I have 2 in 1 collar here, right? Okay, so which means um what we measured round was 18. So which means for one collar is going to be 9 inches. That's 18 divided by 2, 9. So one collar is going to take 9, while the other one will also take 9, right? So and here I want to cut out for just one piece. So I'm cutting out for 9 inches in length for the collar. I hope you understand that. So having this unfold into 2, so I'll mark here. First of all, the neck width that I'm working with. From here, I'll make here my baseline. You can see I'm starting off from here. So, and I want the neck of my collar to be, the width to be 3.5. So I mark 3.5, 3.5. Okay. So remember is 9. So I'm going to 9 now because it's unfold. It's going to be 4.5. So I'll measure here now 4.5. Okay, so this is 4.5. Then I will add an extra 1 inch. The reason why I'm adding the extra 1 inch because I'm going to be creating a slant. Okay, I'm going to be creating a slant back to this point here. So I'm just putting in that 1 inch extra here. I'll just take it up. Okay, so from this point here, then I'll create a slant here. I hope you understand. So just have to have that slant effect. So from here I have my 4.5, which is the width of my collar. I move forward by 1 inch, okay, straight down, so I can be able to what, create a slant to this point. Then at this edge here, I'll also go up by half of an inch. Okay, I'll go up by half of an inch. Then I'll create a curve to this point again. It's that simple. It's as simple as that. So I just create it. That's it. That's simple. So before I cut this off, because I'm cutting this directly on my fabric, I have to also take note of the half of an inch. Remember, I'm going to be turning it with the same fabric, so I need an allowance to be able to turn it up. Okay, so I can't just cut directly here. If not, it will reduce my width and length. So I'll add my extra half an inch all the way round, right? So I'll go ahead and add half an inch for the sewing. Just follow the same shape and add the allowance. That's it. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So here it is. So if I open up this, so this is what I have. Okay, so this is going to be sitting on one side of the collar, while the another piece will be sitting on the other side. So as it is now, I'll be cutting out 4 pieces of this. Okay, 2 pieces for one collar, 2 pieces for the other. One, I'm going to be ironing and interfacing on it. Okay, I hope you understand. So that's it. It's that simple. So for the plackets, I have this folded into four. Okay, so I can cut the two piece, both the main and the lining as well. So I'll just come here and mark out on 1.5 inch all the way. So depending on the length you are making use of. So here I have, so I'll be using say 15 inches. So I'll be using 15 inches. I really want it to come down. So I have this, just cut it out. Then at this edge, well, let me cut this out first. So at this edge, I'll just go up by 1 inch. I'll go up by 1 inch here. Then I'll connect it to this point, just to give it a V shape. I'll cut this out. So that's it. So if I open this up, I have something like this. This is quite wide, although I need to reduce it a bit. So this is it. So what I will do now is to sew half of an inch this way, half of an inch the other way, and this other side. After that, then I'll turn it out to the right side. I'll also iron a little bit of interfacing on it as well. Okay, it's that simple. So at the end of the day, by the time I'm done turning it to the other side, it would be looking like this, something like this. So we'll have it something like this, and also at the edge part. It's as simple as that. So that's it, guys. So the next I'm also going to do is to cut out a straight band. I'll also be fixing at the sleeve part as well. I say a 2.5 inch band. I also iron and interfacing to it. I'll be using it to create a band at this edge. So let's assume this is the band. Okay, so I'm going to be sewing it from the right side. Just want to demonstrate this. So if I sew this from the wrong side rather, so after sewing from the wrong side, then I'll flip it to the right side this way and fold it inwards by half of an inch. So you can see this. So this is how it will look. Okay, it's that simple. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Cut out the long piece, iron out the interfacing, and I'll come back to show you the next step. Okay, so here guys, I'm done fixing the plackets. You can see this. I've also fixed the band just like I showed you. I sewed it from the wrong side and then to the front, so I just ironed it down. I'll still have to run a stitch just to keep it in place here. So you can see this is ready. So what is left now is to now fix the collar. So here I'll just trim these edges of this placket so that it will rhyme with the neckline. So we can see this now. So for the collar, I've also done it, turned it to the other side. You can see the edge, I folded in half of an inch inwards. So you have it this way. So what I'm doing now is to, from the center, I got the center, I just folded these two at the back, folded it to this way so I could get a center at the front. So what I'll do is to take one piece and start sewing from that center where I notched. So I'm going to start sewing from here. So since I folded this, so I'm going to be fixing it inside. Okay, you need a little bit of patience to do this, just to make sure it's properly aligned. So fix it from the inside and take it all the way to the end of the back. And the same thing I'm also going to do to this other side as well. So just fix it in half of an inch inwards. You do that, you hold that with a pin. Okay, so you keep doing this till you get to the end of the back. Just make sure that you are tucking in about half of an inch of the neck inside. You can actually do this without folding it inwards. You can just sew it on it and then weave the rough edges, whichever way you want. So just carefully do this till you tuck it all in. So you can see it, and you can see the reason why this method is good is you will not be seeing any edges at the inside. So you see this very neat. So what did here, I'm also going to do it to this other side as well. So at the end of the day, you have your collar sitting up this way. So you can see this. So I'm just going to repeat the same process. I'll fix it from the center as well all the way to the back. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this up, then I'll put it on the mannequin so you see how it looks. So after that, I would hold the side. I'm going to join the side, then also hem the bottom of the dress, and this beautiful dress will be ready. So that's it on how to make this dress. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. This is really beautiful. I'm loving it already, even though I've not totally ended it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you find this video helpful, please go ahead and like, share, and also if you've not subscribed, do not forget to do that as well. I'll appreciate that a lot. Thank you again and again. Till I see you on the next one. Have a beautiful day.